What do you think people would say or think if you were to just truly put that version of you out there?
I don't think about what they will say, but just that they will see me or think in any way. It's scary.
Why?
Parents, I guess, being labeled always as a good girl in my childhood. Yeah, just being scared of not being the good girl.
Okay. What if that's true? What if you embrace everything that is you and say your parents are even like, you know what, you're not a good girl?
Scary.
Why?
Easier said than done.
Yes, but why is it scary?
It's so deep down, I cannot really feel why.
There's a great movie. It's an old movie, but it's a great one called The Dead Poet Society. Any of you seen this one? Yeah. With Robin Williams, an absolute masterpiece. And I'd recommend watching it. And we're going to go deeper, do not worry. Where you see he's a teacher, and there's one of the students who, similar as you, is like always wants to please. For him, it was his dad. And he wanted to go in something more theater style, and his dad was like, no, no, no. And at some point, Robin Williams, the teacher, tells him like, hey, aren't you sick? Like, when are you going to stop playing the role of the good son? And it really stings because you're like, we are kind of always playing a role. Well, then my dad won't like me. Well, what's more important? Of course, that doesn't mean don't care about your parents, to be clear, but is your parent liking you more important than you liking you? And even if in this situation you're selling out for approval, your parent doesn't even like the real you. It's liking the front. It's liking the acting version of you. And that'd be the thing to reflect on here, and do not self-attack over it. Don't think, oh no, what, he's right, I've been messing up, because everyone does this. You have the courage to actually acknowledge it and be real about it and let it land. But this is something everyone really goes through. I went through it as well. Guess what? When I moved, for me it was a bit earlier, when I moved to LA, because I'm originally from Switzerland, my parents told me, you walk out this door, you're never walking back in. You're disowned. Now, currently, we get along like perfectly. It's great. It's better than ever. But at the time, it was very challenging. And I was faced with a similar situation where I'm like, hey, either I'm going to follow what's true to me and ultimately lose the relationship with my parents, or I could ignore this, stuff it down, and keep the relationship. But I realized, like, that's not a relationship. And if you keep compromising what's true to you authentically inside, eventually resentment is going to kick in. Say you continue to put on this front, to hold back, to hide, and say even your parents like, it's so great, it's so great. Eventually after a while, you're like, you know what, this is not the life I signed up for, and why am I doing this? Because of them. Screw them. And resentment will kick in. If you compromise your authenticity to please someone, you're setting yourself up for failure in the long run. If you actually want a healthy relationship with that person, you gotta stay true to you, even if they're pissed off and they're against it. And the other crazy thing is most of the time we think they will be, but it's all in our heads. And they aren't. Most of the time people are just waiting for you to show your true self. Now, one more question for you. When did you first start hiding?
Very early. 6, 7 years old.
Okay.
See?
Why?
I don't know, because I'm quiet. I was always labeled as the good girl, which I wish that I didn't have that characteristic, that quietness. And then it was like, it was planned for me.
What are you feeling right now? I'm seeing little bursts of emotions kind of surface, and you're stuffing them down. What's going on? What are you feeling right now?
Heartbeat faster than normal. I was very anxious when I was sitting down, but now it got better. I was thinking if you call me up and I come here, it will be worse, but it's better.
Okay.
I don't know why.
How do you feel about yourself?
Right now?
In general?
There's two sound inside. One is like, yeah, I'm confident, I like myself. But then when I have those down times, then no, I don't like, I'm not confident, I don't like myself. two different, very opposite thinking.
Let's focus on the negative one. What does that one say? Why don't you like you?
I'm shy. Afraid of conflict. I always want to have peace with everybody, but that's not working because...
It's not natural. Key for everyone. You're never going to get along with everyone all the time. All of us here, we're all equal, but are we all the same? Do we all like do we all have the same favorite movie? No. So there's conflict. If we were to all agree on, hey, we got to all decide on what our favorite movie is. Conflict. Yeah, does it mean, again, there's lesser person or no, it's just, that's human. There's always going to be conflict. Number one skill in relationships, by the way, is how to have healthy arguments. But back to you. So afraid of conflict, what else?
Feeling guilty for, I don't know what I did, but I feel guilty. Parent, probably.
If I were to tell you right now, scream as loud as you can, what kicks in?
Oh no. Screaming is not my thing.
Yeah, well.
I think I never screamed in my life.
Ever. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I know you know it's coming. But what's that little voice saying inside? If I were to say right now, hey, go. You know what? Scream as loud as you can. Go.
I think I cannot even make that sound. It's like...
Right now, go for it. Like, this is not even the talking about it. This is the go for it.
I mean, with camera, it will be on YouTube or something.
Yeah, and we're going to put ads and run traffic to it.
But we're all going to like it.
Okay.
I'm going to hire a bunch of bots who are going to dislike it too.
I have personally never heard that sound from myself. I'm not sure
exciting.
if I can produce it from...
Now, here's two things. One, people are, like you said, going to like it. And as I also joked about, people are going to not like it. And that is also something to be very okay with.
I think that I don't have problem with the later liking or not liking.
A part of you does, but another part of you doesn't.
At the moment, I care.
Yeah, and internally, it's very deeply rooted that we care very much about approval, disapproval.
Yeah.
But do keep in mind, for all of you, part of being authentic means also being polarizing. So let this land. Being authentic has a magnet effect. By being real, you will attract people, friends, relationships, so on and so forth, who resonate with that. But you're also going to push away people who don't very fast. So it creates love-hate. Being fake creates like, but no one will ever love you. And the only way to be liked by everyone is to be fake and be this social chameleon. Extremely toxic. The lie that we're all conditioned to buy into is that we're meant to get along with everyone, is everyone's meant to get along with us. No. You're meant to be you and sort through humanity using that magnet, and you're meant to find your tribe. And your tribe is not everyone. And it doesn't mean that people who are not in your tribe are bad or toxic. No, it's just they have a different polarity. But it will happen. So letting go of that judgment, don't avoid judgment, let go of being run by it is a big part of this. But to you, I'm very curious to hear what it sounds like to you. You ready? 3, 2, 1.
Loud?
Loud as you can.
One more time. And then it comes with the flow.
3, 2, 1. Get there. Really good. Now, first of all, really good, and congratulations.
Thanks.
Now, we're going to go louder, but give yourself credit because that was amazing.
Yeah.
Especially for a first scream ever. You're like, I don't know what I sound like. Massive respect.
I need to tell that you found really the weakest part of me because I have I don't know how you found it, but I have
It's what I do for work.
Yeah. You're really good at your work because I have even problem like when I want to call somebody's name, I have problem with calling the name loud. So sometimes people don't hear me when I need to say something. And that's a struggle every day I work.
So, we might also do a name for fun, but let's do another scream. Try to see if you can do it louder.
Should I be facing the people or
However you want.
other?
If you want to look at the wall at first, you can, but then you'll have to face them. I'm only saying this because I'm a big Doors fan, and that's how Jim Morrison first started performing. But I would suggest just letting it hit. Remember, develop a perverted pleasure in the pain in terms of ego dissolution. This is your ego who hates this, not the real you. The real you is inside screaming, yes, go on, go on. And your ego's like, oh, no, no, no. So, 3, 2, we're going to do a bunch back to back. So no clapping, just scream, 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 okay? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Now see if you can do 10 times louder and longer. Like a full just, like let loose, unchained. 3, 2, 1. Good. Now here's what we're going to do. This here, for everyone, will not get to the cause. Deep inner work is needed, but it will give you a reference that it's possible. And it's just a form of honoring yourself. I'm going to go 2. So we're going to go back and forth, and you're going to have to go louder than me. Every time, okay?
Yeah.
We'll start small. Ready? Ah! That was not louder than me. Ah!
I think it's just different for men.
That's your ego. Ah! Ah! More, more. Ah! Ah! Ooh. There we go. Now, one last time on your own, do that, but even more. That you got out of your own way there. That was some authenticity. 3, 2, 1. Give her a hand. Yes. Look at that. Now, don't shut down. Take in the praise. Because what I'm seeing here too, and this would be something else to dive into more long term, is some resistance around receiving approval. Which is crazy, right? We want approval, yet as soon as we get it, we're like, it's too good to be true. Not worthy, not worthy. It's like, no, let it land. Don't be like, oh, it was okay. It was like downplay it. We do this with compliments. Nice shirt. Oh, it's nothing. Oh, nice robe. My grandmother gave it to me. Right? It's like, no, just like, thank you. So even your reaction here, everyone clapping, you should be like, that's right. Thank you. Yeah, of course you're clapping. Thank you. Thank you. Say, own it. Say, hey, thanks for clapping, everyone.
Thanks for clapping.
No, but like, own it. Say, hey, thank you. That's right.
Thank you.
Say, that's right.
That's right.
Yeah. No, but like, own it. Say, that's right. I'm louder than you.
That's right. I'm louder than you.
Well, you got to be a little louder saying that. Yes, you are. Did anyone else scream here? No.
If they scream, probably
No.
it's louder.
Shh, that's your ego. Foot down on your ego. That's right. I'm louder than you.
That's right. I'm louder than you.
Now, last thing, what's that voice saying? Why is it not okay to say this?
Because I say it in English and I don't feel comfortable.
Say it in what language do you speak normally?
Kurdish.
Okay. Say it. That's right, I'm louder than you. Good. Now even louder. Own, like, even shoulders back, arms out, just own it. Say it. Go. 3, 2, 1. Even more. Louder, louder. Now body and arms too. Own it. A little bit more, a little bit more. We're almost there. Last one. Last one as loud as you can. Okay, last one. I keep saying last one. Are you ready? Because I'm going to also put my body into it. So I'm going to do this. And as soon as my finger hits here, I want to hear the loudest thing, or you're going to make me look bad. It'll be like, right? 3, 2, 1. Give her a hand. Yes. Okay. Now, final thing for you. A lot of inner work to do, a lot of letting go, but the big thing to take from this is this. You have a reference experience that is possible. Meaning, if I clap my hands, can I do it again? Yeah. I don't know if I physically can, everyone. You're like, well, you physically just proved to yourself you could. If you did it once, you can do it again. You did this once, you can do it again. Anytime that voice is like, you can't be loud, you can't do this, it's like, well, I've proven to myself I can. I didn't die, because that sort of mind will say to you, well, you will die if you say that. No, you're still here. You didn't get disapproved of, you got cheered on.
And I feel better.
Yes.
I just literally, my muscles are relaxed.
Yes.
My voice is not shaking. My heart is beating normally. When I was sitting, God.
Yes. These, quote unquote, we call these state highs, like these highs you get, is when there's less resistance, once more, between who you truly are and what you're letting out. The more you block, the more you judge, the more you overthink, the heavier the experience that is you. If I'm analyzing and judging everything that I'm saying right now, it'd be very different. If I'm analyzing, like, was my hand motion good enough? Oh no, what if it's very, very different. It's very heavy versus, and that all comes from dropping the front. You only experience this heaviness when you're hiding something and you're attached to a certain outcome. If I'm attached to you viewing me a certain way and I fear you seeing through that, it's going to be heavy. But if I'm like, hey, this is me, nothing to hide, done. That's true confidence. There's nothing to hide. What you see is what you get. Even your weaknesses, insecurities, it's a whole Eminem 8 Mile mindset with the rap battle at the end of that movie. Right? There's 8 Mile, they're rapping, and how does he beat the rapper? He puts his insecurities out first. Now the rapper can't diss him on anything because he went first. Do that. Hey, no front, here's what's up. Yeah, I'm a little shy about this. Hey, I think about this, but that's me. Everyone's like, oh, okay. Well, now there's no more secrets. Nothing to hide. So this is externally. Internally, I would really reflect on, when did I start hiding this? What were some of the events in my life that first caused this? And that would be stuff to process and truly let go of. Okay, I have a whole method for that, but dive into that. Dive into the labels too. Think about, well, what's so bad if I were to be disapproved of by my parents? Those are the first that came to mind. Can I be okay being disapproved of? It doesn't mean that you're now not going to love them, so on and so forth. I call this cutting the invisible umbilical cord. So you know when you're born, you come out of your mom, you're here. It's my favorite sound to make in seminars. What's the first thing you do? It's like, they cut the cord. So everyone has the physical cord cut, but very few people cut the energetical cord, you could say. Where now, you grow up and there's a phase, it's a rite of passage in a way where you shift from being their kid to being your own person. And there's always some friction because you're different people, and that's normal. But there's usually either a phase or a talk to have where you have to say, hey, this is me, or this is what I'm going to do. This is my passion. This is my purpose. And they might not be okay with it. And that's where you have to stand your ground, not in an attacking way, and simply say, hey, listen, I love you, but this is something I have to do. I love you, but I have to do this, and I am my own person. I come from you, but I am not yours. And you graduate, and that's cutting the cord with like, oh. That's where it's like the birdie fly, birdie, fly. And you have to let them know, I'm leaving the nest. And that is a phase I think you may have to go through here. But once more, everyone, give her a hand. Yes. Amazing. Amazing.